Welcome to this video. My name is Eva. I'm really excited to be making this video. I'm a certified nutritionist, but I also post about lifestyle related videos. So this one is going to be about mindset shifts that helped me tremendously, and I think they will help you as well. So the first one is to get out of victim mentality. This is such a big one, and I think many times we, myself included, don't even notice when we fall into those victim mentality traps. And that can happen in every area of your life. Like, for example, if there's something happening in your life and you think it's unfair or unjust, you have two options. You can either say, this is unfair, and then you get sad and maybe depressed, or you can say, life is not fair, life will always be unfair, but, and that's really important, and that's something that I learned, is it's not about what is. It is about what beliefs do I want to have and do I want to learn so that I have a better life experience and or show up better in life and possibly help other people better. So it's not about what is. It's not about this unfair thing. It's about what beliefs help me to improve my situation. And that's really important mindset shift for me. So for example, for me, when I had this breakup with my ex-boyfriend, I really got into a rather sad, difficult phase of my life because so much from my childhood came up, and I think that I really had to face reality that maybe some things were not good, and I think that I slipped a little bit into a lot of sadness. And I think it's important, of course, to feel that sadness, but you cannot get drunk on that sadness. You have to say, okay, I grieved. For example, if you have a bad relationship, in my case with my dad, I have grieved it enough. I cannot change anyone. I cannot change any situation. In that way, I just have to accept and move on in certain ways. So don't get drunk in that victim mentality, because you cannot change and you cannot take responsibility and improve your life. So it was really important for me to finding that balance between facing reality and not living in dream life, but also not choosing the victim mentality way and getting like sad or depressed in that way, but actually saying, okay, life is maybe in some ways not fair and I accept that, and I just make the best out of it. So I think that's really important, because in the end, life is never going to be fair. There will always be people who have it worse and who have it better. And also a really great mindset shift that helped me was when my ex-boyfriend and me broke up and I was really sad. What helped me was to think, why, instead of thinking why does this happen to me, always think, why does it not happen to me? Because there are so many terrible things that happen to really great people. So what makes you special and why should terrible things not happen or tragic things not happen to you? So that's really important, to get out of this victim mentality. And I see it, by the way, also a lot with nutrition, obviously, because I consult people in nutrition, and many people get caught up in excuses like, I cannot eat healthy because of that. And if you have those limiting beliefs and you recognize that you have some of those excuses, definitely approach me. I have a consulting nutrition program, and I help you break through those limiting beliefs, because that's also sometimes something that I've noticed. It's sometimes we get stuck in this victim mentality and we don't even realize it, and sometimes we need help from others, let it be in the form of a coach, a therapist, a nutritionist, etc., to actually see how we are caught up in limiting beliefs that are holding us back. So the second mindset shift that I have is don't put your happiness into another person. That was a really big mindset shift that tremendously helped shifting my perspective. So when I was in my past relationship, I thought that my happiness in some ways was connected to my past partner. And of course, I mean, if you're in a relationship, you will influence each other, and of course, if, for example, who knows, your partner loses his job, you will be sad, so that's of course natural. But in my case, there was an emotional dependency in a way that if my partner did not give me validation, or did not give me a certain, or did not behave in a certain ways, I found that I lacked. So my self-worth was in some ways dependent on him, and also my happiness was in some ways dependent on him. And that's again a kind of victim mentality, and I think I really had to face that and had to learn that my true, like, I mean, happiness is so like up and down, and but the true meaning and the true, what's it called, like the true groundedness is not in another person. It is only in me and in my faith in the universe and God. That's where my groundedness is coming from. And even if I'm in a relationship and that person dies, or that person will break up, or that person, whatever happens, I will always have that relationship with myself and that relationship with God and the universe. And I think realizing that and actually cultivating that relationship with God and the universe and putting it first before every other thing really helped me tremendously. And it is something that I want to focus on more in the upcoming years, to really strengthen my faith in the universe and God, because it does improve the quality of relationships so much. Because you put, like, I think that I now, when I have a lot more, when my happiness, my groundedness, etc. is not based on another person, it can really alleviate so much stress from the other person. And you don't say you have to be a certain way for me to be happy. You can say I have that groundedness within, and I allow you to be whoever you want to be, because I know that I have that I want to work on myself, and I also have, of course, the power to set certain boundaries, to act in those boundaries, and it really allows for the other person to live life still as who they are. So I think that was a really mindset shift, that the real groundedness that I'm looking for is not to be found in anything outside of myself. It is really found within myself and within God and universe. So yeah, big mindset shift. Another big mindset shift is, of course, you cannot change people. And I think that, yeah, you just cannot. So, I mean, there's nothing more to say about that, but I think sometimes we need that kind of repetition. You cannot change people. So either accept them, or and find peace with it, or leave, or spend less time with people. And another thing that I've learned is, what you don't heal will persevere, and that is just how trauma works. So if you, for example, grow up in a family and you were emotionally or physically abused, when you go into another relationship, you will either become the victim or you will become the perpetrator. So you will either, for example, have a partner who's also emotionally or physically abusive, or you will actually become emotionally or physically abusive yourself. And I mean, there are some exceptions, but that's just how trauma works. And what we have to do is to really go into all of those subconscious beliefs and really get into them and correct them via therapy, or reading therapy books, etc. So yeah, and the last thing that I've learned is you will never be perfect, your life will never be perfect. Humans as they are, they're flawed, and every person has flaws, and that's really liberating. So don't let perfectionism hold you back, because it's just a myth. Perfectionism doesn't exist. So yeah, these were some mindset shifts, and yeah, I really hope they help you, because they really do help me. I think the biggest one is just always getting out of victim mentality, because it does not serve you. I mean, it's nice for a while, because when you say, oh, I'm this poor person, then of course you can get some validation from other people and comfort and trust. But if you stay in that for too much time, you really lose all your power and you cannot change the situation. So yeah, and now a little bit of an update. So I'm actually right now in Germany, but I will go back to the Canary Islands. I'm really excited. I feel so much more alive and happy when I'm in the Canary Islands. Yeah, so I'm really excited to be taking you with me on this journey again. And it's also really fun and interesting to see, because now when I was in Germany, I also went to some places that I went to 5 years ago when I finished school, and it's really interesting to see how much I have changed as a person as well. So yeah, really exciting. If you like this video, then please give it a like, subscribe to my channel. If you have any opinions, any experiences, then share them in the comment section. If you need help and guidance with nutrition, I can help you. I'm a certified nutritionist. I have expertise when it comes to a vegan diet, a raw vegan diet, and also a vegetarian diet. So let me help you if you have problems. Sometimes we need guidance from other people who are there where we want to be, and I'm really confident that I can help you. So check it out, the link is in the description box, and I see you in the next video or in the nutrition program.